Shalom, shalom. This is my Yael bin Yah. I just want to make this very quick video. I'm going to be coming from the Gospel of St. John, chapter 20, verse 17. That's the only verse I'm going to cover. Here we go. And Jesus said unto her, Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father. But go to my brethren, and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father, and unto my God and your God. Now, just take the time to think about that. Now, when I was a Christian, I'm not a Christian anymore, he's made that perfectly clear. When I was a Christian, I was taught to believe that Jesus of Nazareth is God himself in the flesh, or carnated. God wrapped himself in flesh and dwelt among his people. Now, to those of you that are still within Christianity and believe that Jesus is God, explain this verse to me, because it doesn't make sense. How can Jesus, who is God, who is the Father in the flesh, how can he go to his Father and his disciples' Father, and to his God and his disciples' God? Because what Jesus was saying is, the Father I have is the same Father that you have. The same God that I have is the same God that you have. So if Jesus is God, that does not make any sense to speak in such a way. How? But he's going to ascend to himself? That doesn't make sense. So based on what we just read, I'm going to make this perfectly clear. Jesus is not God. He is not God in the flesh. And his own declaration makes it so. And if he was God, Jesus did not have a clue that he was God, because his own statements lay it out perfectly. Because if he was God, he would not said such a thing. He would have just said, do not touch me, because I have not yet ascended back to my original glory, back to my kingdom in heaven. That's what he should have said if he was God. But he made it perfectly clear that he is not God by saying, do not touch me, because I have not yet ascended unto my Father and your Father, my God and your God. That statement by itself rules out the fact that he is God himself. And I know many Christians will say, well, that was the human side of him talking. Because we have also been taught, when I was a Christian, that he was 100% man and 100% God. So that was the 100% man speaking in reference to the 100% God. That doesn't make sense. Because then at the same time, we will go back to an earlier passage that will contradict this very statement right here. So we have to understand that this is two separate entities, beings. Jesus is not God. God is not Jesus. Jesus is a servant of God, but he is not God serving himself. We just need to understand that. And it's right there in the text. You have to work hard and apply a lot of faith to plainly avoid what he is saying. Because I'm just saying what the text says. He is saying, I have a father who is also your father. I have a God who is also your God. So how is God saying that he has a God? Think about that. Anyway, I'm going to end right now. This is Mayael Ben Yah, a.k.a. Tame Kurta. Shalom, love, and blessings.